This is Two Ladies Midwest Adventures. I'm Julietta, and I am reading chapter 3 of Heaven is for Real. Colton, thoughts in and out. Okay, I think that's what it says. Gotta work on my vocab again. That next month, the cast came off. With the cancer scare and the kidney stones behind us, I spent a couple of months learning to walk again. Well, somebody's happy upstairs. I spent a couple months learning to walk again. First with a walking cast, then with a pretty nasty limp. Slowly working on my atrophied muscles. I think that's how it is pronounced. Back to health again. By February, I finally achieved some independence. Just in time for a district board meeting of the church denomination. Okay, we're just going with what I said before. In Greeley, Colorado. Set for the first week in March. You need to get away, Sonia told me a couple of weeks before the board meeting. Just get away and have a little fun. Now here we were at the butterfly pavilion. Monarch butterfly fluttered past, its bright orange wings segmented in black like stained glass. I breathed a paper of thanks that our trip had happened at all. 2 days before, on Thursday, Colton had begun telling Sonia that his stomach hurt. I was already in Greeley, and at that time Sonia was teaching a Title I class at Imperial High School, not wanting to put the school to the expense of a substitute. She asked our good friend Norma Danma if she could watch Colton at her home, so that Sonia could go to work. Norma, who was like a favorite aunt to our kids, immediately said yes, but at Monday, Sonia's cell phone rang. It was Norma. Colton's condition had taken a nosedive. He had a fever with chills for most of the morning. Had lain nearly motionless on Norma's couch, wrapped in a blanket. He says he's freezing, but he's sweating like crazy, Norma said. Clearly concerned, she said Colton's forehead was covered in beads of sweat as big as teardrops. Norma's husband, Brian, had come home, taken one look and decided Colton was sick enough that he should go to the emergency room. Sonia called me in Greeley with the news, and just like that, I saw our trip to celebrate the end of a string of injury and illness being canceled by illness. Sonia checked out of work early, scooped up Colton from Norma's house, and took him to the doctor, who revealed that his stomach flu was working its way around town through night. Our trip remained up in the air, separately in Greeley and Imperial. Sonia and I prayed that Colton would feel well enough to make the trip by morning. We got our answer, yes. During the night, Colton's fever broke by afternoon on Friday. He was his old self again. Sonia called to tell me we're on our way. Now at the Butterfly Pavilion, Sonia checked her watch. We were scheduled to meet Steve Wilson, pastor of Greeley Wesleyan Church, and his wife, Rebecca, for dinner that evening. And the kids still wanted to get in a swim at the hotel pool. There was zero chance of them... there goes my phone. Don't need it right now anyways. Hotel pool. There was zero chance of them swimming in Imperial in March, so this was a rare opportunity. Okay, we should probably head back to the hotel, Sonia said. I looked at her and then at Colton. Hey, bud, it's time to go. Are you still sure you don't want to hold Rosie? I said. Last chance to get a sticker. What do you think? Emotions played over Colton's face like sunshine and clouds in a fast-moving weather front. By now, even the Spug sister had been ribbing him By now, even his big sister had been ribbing him a little about being afraid. As I watched, Colton narrowed his eyes and set his jaw. He wanted that sticker. Okay, I'll hold her, he said, but just for a little bit. Before he could change his mind, We all trooped back into the Coliseum, and I corralled the keeper. This is Colton. He wanted to give it a try, I said. Keeper smiled and bent down. Okay, Colton, are you ready? Stiff as a board. Our son held out his hand, and I bent over and cradled it in my own. Now it's so super easy, Colton, the keeper said. Just hold your hand out flat and still. Rosie is very gentle. She won't hurt you. The keeper raised his hand, and Rosie slided over to Colton's hand and back to the keeper's, waiting hand on the other side. Never even slowing down, we all broke into cheers and clapped for Colton as the keeper handed him his sticker. He had faced his fear. It was a big victory for him. The moment seemed like icing on the cake of a perfect day. As we left the butterfly pavilion, I reflected back over the past several months. It was hard to believe that the broken leg, kidney stones, lost work, the financial stress, 3 surgeries, and cancer scare had all happened in half a year's time. In that moment, I realized for the first time, I had been feeling like I'd been in a fight for months. I had my guard up, waiting for the next punch in life. Good throw. Now, though, I felt completely relaxed for the first time since the previous summer. If I let my mind roll that boxing metaphor just for a little longer, I might have followed it to its logical conclusion in a boxing match. The fighters absorb some vicious blows because they're ready for them. And usually the knockout punch is the one they didn't see coming. Fair point. Well, that's the end of chapter 3, I guess. Wasn't that long? Not bad though. Stay blessed, make the world a better place, one person, one moment at a time. Like and subscribe to get to the goal of 1,000 so we can start the beekeeping, because that has not happened. And there's the shout out to Brandy and Nicole. I like Brandy a bit better. I'm not picking favorites though. Yeah. Have a lovely day.